The title of this writing is Guilt Moves in Slow Motion. I was talking with a friend one day when she told me this story about her childhood. She was at the dinner table, holding her baby brother on her lap, when her mother poured soup into her bowl. The little brother, in a flash, reached for the bowl and scalded himself with the soup. Now, I don't have to tell you how guilty my friend felt, even though she was not at fault. She then said to me, "Guilt moves in slow motion." I added, "Accidents happen in a split second, and guilt moves in slow motion." Seems it takes most of us a long time to forgive ourselves. Some people never do and feel guilty for a lifetime. Is guilt helpful? Well, if guilt spurs you to take some immediate remedial action, then I find it useful. Otherwise, it's a self-destructive emotion. How do we speed up that process? Well, the short answer is to adopt the following mindset. That was then, and this is now. Reminds me of a story I've told before. Years ago, one of my sons was feeling guilty about something he did, so I asked him to do an experiment with me. I filled up a plastic cup with water and set it on the side of the kitchen sink. I then asked him to tip the cup over into the sink. He kind of looked at me oddly, and then he knocked the cup over. I immediately shouted, "Get the water back in the cup!" He laughed. There is no undoing what's been done. We may need to apologize, ask forgiveness, or pay a price for our actions, but carrying guilt serves no purpose and pays no dividends. There is no way to get the water or soup back into the container. That was then, and this is now. Some people think by absolving themselves of guilt that they're somehow claiming the offending action never happened. It did happen. That was then, and this is now. Guilt may have been appropriate then, but there's no purpose for it now other than to make you feel miserable. If feeling miserable were the answer, guilt would have been eradicated a long time ago. It's easy to produce guilt. Just judge something you did in the past by a current level of awareness. That conversation goes something like this. I should have known better. To outgrow guilt, focus your awareness on right now versus then. It will remove slow from motion. All the best, John.